Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Kovac Enterprises. This is going to be episode number 3 in the Wild Nature series for the American Bison from Atlantis. Today we're going to kind of focus on the Western Diorama and some of the paints that I used to see what you have here in front of you. That's including the prairie dogs and the sign that represents saying American Bison for the diorama. So basically some of the paints that I was using for the base of the diorama was, let me bring this back a little bit so I can get this other one in focus. So we're using basically our acrylic paints here. So the from Craftsmart. And so what we did was we used the brown and the white. These are both satin acrylic paints. I kind of mixed them up to kind of represent the a tan kind of a color, which you'll see as we bring this back in here a little bit. And let me get my pointer. So this area all in here represents that brown and white mixture to kind of give it a lighter tan coat to it. So that was kind of the first step there. And then basically for the rock formations around the perimeter of the diorama itself, we went with some combination of first laying down the Craftsmart black, actually wrong one, how about this black? This black Craftsmart, which is a matte finish. And we went ahead and hand brushed everything on there for the rocks. Once that was all dried up, we went ahead and took some gray paint, which is this right here, the Craftsmart gray. And we actually kind of dry brushed some of the different areas of the rock to give it a little bit more realism on there. And then once that was done, I kind of dry brushed on top of that some of the brown Craftsmart again. And okay, basically this is the result of the rock formation all the way around here. And as far as this area right here is supposed to be representing the grass. So we went with the forest green Craftsmart, the multi-surface premium satin. And once we brushed all that in there, let that dry up, then we came back with some bright yellow Craftsmart, and we actually dry brushed over the grass areas to kind of give it a two-tone color, as you can see right there. And then we kind of basically applied the same kind of technique with the sign itself. I know it's kind of hard to see with the camera, but I basically started with a gray primer first, and then we went ahead and used the bright yellow paint to go around the perimeter of the sign itself. And then the inset was the forest green. And as far as the American Bison itself, we took the end of a toothpick and we dabbed it into some orange. This is a gloss acrylic paint for the orange. And like I said, we dipped the end of our toothpick and we just kind of went over the highlighted areas of the lettering for the American Bison. And this is kind of like what we came up with. The 2 stars of the Western Diorama are prairie dogs. We basically did the same technique where we started off with the base coat of applying the brown and the white to make a tan color, and then once that was done, we went ahead and dry brushed the some mixture of the orange and the yellow to highlight it around their fur. So we kind of did that. And then as far as the eyes were concerned, we just took the end of a toothpick and colored in the eyes with some of the black gloss. And then kind of like, if you can see their little underbellies, we just kind of applied some of the basic white on there, as well as on some of the tip of their noses here. And so this was the result. And then once that was done, we went ahead and glued them into their appropriate places. And this is what we got. So that's basically the overall of what we did for the Western Diorama. Next up, I'll be right back shortly. We will show you how I go about sealing the paint in using the future floor polish. So stand by, we'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. So like I explained earlier, we're going to now apply some of the future floor polish. Let me back this up a little bit, bring this guy in. So this basically future floor polish is basically what I got is the Johnson's Pledge Floor Care Multi-Surface Finish. That's kind of what I use to seal in the paint. Now it doesn't take much to of the future to apply in this particular situation. So I actually take some medicine cup and I just pour a little bit of the future in there, and then I go ahead and take my brush. In this case, I'm basically using a red Sable number 3 brush on there. So let's go ahead and start applying it. So I'm just basically dipping the brush into the medicine cup here, and I'm just going to kind of go over it with some nice even strokes to seal in the paint. So, and I say just one even stroke. You can see it kind of goes quite a long way with the first dip of the brush. So nice even coverage all the way around. Alright. And we'll continue here. We'll go ahead and include the side as well as we're going down. Kind of gives it a nice glossy finish too when it first comes on there, and then we'll let this thing set for overnight, and we'll see the results the next time we go online with our video here. So I'm just kind of taking my time and just covering all areas. I know some people sometimes use their airbrush to spray this stuff on, but I like to take my time and just kind of brush it on and do it that way. Alright. A little more dip. There you go. Alright, I will start working on the back side here with the tan color and our prairie dogs. Just kind of go over it. Like I say, I'm just dipping the brush in a little bit at a time there because it kind of soaks it up a little bit on the brush. Alright, now we'll get the back side here. And we'll come up to our first prairie dog and basically give him a nice little coat. Okay. There you go. And then we'll go ahead and start on the second prairie dog. You got just about enough on the brush to finish this guy. Okay, so here you go. This is kind of the way I do things when I'm applying the sealant coat for keeping the paint in. So that's my process, and there you go. So that's about it for right now. That's the where we're at with the Western Diorama, and like I said, I'm going to let this sit overnight. So next up will be our main attraction, which is the American Bison. So until then, I hope everybody has a good weekend, and we will catch you on the flip side. This is Kovac Enterprises, and we are signing off.